That means you're going to get through this together. I want you to use your tracking sheet. I want you to use the information that you know. This is basically a duplication of what you've been doing, but it's very specific now.
I just asked the students, I say, do you guys just want me to show you on the board? They were like, no. Let us keep working in our groups the way you've been showing us. And that was the most powerful and amazing thing I had seen all year.
A big success is the students they're becoming those teachers, and they're the ones who are asking each other questions. And so that's been really exciting to see, to take that level where they're the ones challenging each other and I don't have to step in. I'm monitoring, I'm collecting the evidence, but they're the ones pushing each other's thinking now.
And from that moment, it built that culture in my classroom where kids no longer wanted to hear from Ms. Cops about how to do. So it was a big change for me to create assignments and create activities and lessons where kids were able to do it on their own, or give just enough information for them to activate some prior knowledge, then to get conversation going. That was my favorite part.
I just heard a teacher today say something funny, that her kid was bragging that they got to talk all day today and didn't get in trouble at all. And she's like, you're right, I let you talk all day today, and guess what? What'd you learn? And they're like, so much, but I got to talk all day.
But at my old school, if you mostly work independently, and like if you work independently more, sometimes you need help, but then like the teacher said, like be independent, try not to use teacher help or stuff. But here at Howe, if you have like group work, there's more people and they can help you more.
In the classrooms where we're implementing with fidelity, the students understand roles, they understand expectations, and then they're given things that they actually have to think about, and then that they actually have to communicate with each other to figure out. You don't see any cell phones, you don't see any earbuds, you don't see any of the behavioral problems.
I feel like I'm learning more here because with group work, there's more like ideas and more different opinions, and then you can learn more from those opinions sometimes.
Now, if you go into a classroom that's still trying to do it, but isn't really getting that, roles down, or the task itself really doesn't require people to work together, but we're still trying to kind of force it, then people can opt out, they can pull out their cell phones, they're not really needed.
You just kind of need to understand that students, they know what they're doing. So when you're trying to take charge in the whole classroom and not letting the kids kind of put in their thoughts, then nothing's gonna happen. And I don't remember really anything we learned at my old school, because learning something new every day isn't gonna help the student remember. We need to spend kind of time on that topic, which we never did. We would spend like 30 minutes on a topic, then the next day we would do something new. And it's like that, I hated it. It's like, I don't understand it.
Some of the kids that weren't great at traditional school really like it. Kids that were just like, well, just let me do this paper, or just let me tell you what you told me, don't like it as much. But kids that like to think and like to do group work, they've done a lot better with it.
When it's done right, when the task equals the level of taxonomy of really rigorous analyzation, or we're trying to do some knowledge utilization type stuff, then kids are engaged, and when we interview them in a lot of our classes that are doing well, the 80-minute class feels like a 30-minute class.
Here at Howe, we spend a little more time on a topic, and I feel that the academic levels are really high because of that, because of spending more time than we do remember things prior to what we learned 3 weeks ago, because we did spend more time on it and we did kind of value it more than what we did at my old school. So
they are noticing it. So I think if anything is going to pressure people to really step up their game, it's not going to be the administration, it's going to be the students that are going, hey, no, why can't you let us talk now? Why can't we interact? We get to interact here, why can't we interact here? And so that's great, that's what we want.
They're willing to put themselves out there and challenge themselves and try new things and take risks as learners.
And seeing that they really can do this rigorous task or project on their own with just a little direction.
Whether they figure it out themselves or with a partner in their teams, They have learned to really problem solve and work through.
You know, you don't have to come in and rescue everybody, and they don't expect to be rescued anymore.
And so if we start teaming at the beginning of the year, these conversations and the progress that these ELL kids and the quiet kids are making is going to be phenomenal.
At the beginning of the year, I might have been putting my strongest math student as my facilitators, or my most verbal student as my discussion starter. So now I'm putting that really verbal kid as the elaborator. So they're going to have to sit back and listen to what everybody else is saying and then find a way to connect it.
We're all at different levels, I've noticed, and she does kind of pair up, you know, the person who's kind of struggling with the person who's kind of beyond what they need to be. She kind of goes from there.
You know, we have students that are incredibly bright and independently would love to just work alone, but you know, throughout life they're going to have to be able to converse and articulate and connect others' ideas, and I think that this has been really good for them.
It does help because the person who is struggling, they're learning academically, but also the person who is beyond what they need to be, they're learning their socialization skills.
That's what companies want, right? That's what people want to hire, is they want to hire somebody, number one, wanting and willing to be on a team, but also not afraid to go ask for help if they need it, and not to think that they know everything. And you have to be able to communicate with people that aren't like you. And at North High School, you know, 1 out of every 3 people that you run into is different. And I really do think that our students' ability to work across cultural lines and able to problem solve at high levels is just going to keep increasing, and it's going to make our kids in more of a demand.